Alright class, so our assignment for today is to make a map of the 13 colonies. Now in order to do it, the first thing I want you to do is open up your browser, and we will be using Firefox. You guys have done this before, so it's not anything new. We are going to be going to our classroom blog, which is up here on our favorites list. You guys have also done this, so just click on Mrs. Roscoe's class blog. It will open it up in a window. Okay, once it opens it up, you're going to scroll down, and you see the first post is going to be create a map of the 13 colonies. So we are going to be using this link that I provided down here for the map maker. You're just going to go ahead and click on the link, and it's going to open it up in a new window. And then you're going to go all the way over to the far right side, scroll down. Okay, so we have a better view of the select a map section. Then you're going to use the smaller bar right here to scroll down. You can see I'm moving it up and down. We're going to go down 1, 2 to the third row, and you'll see 13 colonies, which is highlighted. That's the one that you're going to click on, of course, because what are we doing? Making a map of the 13 colonies. The first thing that I want to tell you is that we are going to be doing 4 different things on this map, and that's what you're going to be graded on. The first thing is your map has to have a title. The second thing is you have to label all of the colonies correctly. The third thing is that you're going to be color coding your map according to the 3 different regions. And we know that we have the New England colonies, the Middle colonies, and the Southern colonies. So we need to make sure that we color code in 3 different colors so we can differentiate between the 3 regions. And you're going to be including a key. And the key is going to help us know, okay, well, what does blue mean? Well, blue means the southern colonies. Well, what does red mean? Red means the New England colonies. Whatever color you decide, so we know exactly what we're looking at. Okay, I'm going to switch views real quick so I can show you some of the important tools that we're going to be using. On your right-hand side, you see where it says Tools. And these are some of the important tools we're going to be using. First is the pencil. The pencil, of course, is important for writing. Then we have our arrow. Our arrow is going to be used to move the text around to where we want it to be. We have our paint bucket. We can color in and color code with our paint bucket different colors. We also have this little line, which is going to come in handy for our smaller colonies that cannot fit the whole name of the colony in there. So we can use it as a little pointer and write it out. And the other thing that we're going to be using, of course, is our key maker, and that's going to tell us what color each of the 3 colonies, 3 regions are in order to differentiate between them. We also have our printing button. That one we're going to be using because at the end you're going to print it and turn it into me so you can receive a grade. Now, of course, I'm not going to do everything for you because I want to see what's in your brain and what you know, but I am going to show you some of it. So here is the pencil. I'm going to click on my pencil on that right-hand side. It does bring up our text panel. Now, as you can see, there's font. You can change the font to whatever font you want. There's also size. You can change the size of the text. And there's color, and you can change the colors depending on whatever color you want to use. There's also bold. You can make it italicized or underline. That's all up to you. So for my title, I want to make it bold, and I want to underline, and maybe I want to call it the 13 colonies. Alright, now it's going to, once I hit OK, it's going to put it right in the middle, but that's what that arrow is for on their tools, because now I can click it and I can move it wherever I want it to be. Maybe I want it to be down here, maybe I want it to be up at the top. It's up to you. Okay, so right there looks good to me. Now the next thing I'm going to do is label my colonies. So let's say the first one I want to label is Georgia. So I'm going to type in here Georgia. I'm going to hit OK. It gives me my Georgia text in the middle. Again, I have to click it, drag it to where Georgia's at. We know that Georgia is at the very bottom of the colonies. Now, if you click right here, you can kind of see an arrow pops up by the black boxes on either corner. And that's how you can make your text smaller, and you can move it so it fits into the Georgia area. Now, of course, not all of your colonies are going to fit into it. Like this one right here, there's no way we're going to fit. Oh, you can't really see it, but let me show you. Right here, there's no way that we're going to fit a name right there into that colony because it's so small. So what we need to do is we can grab our line that I showed you over here. It's highlighted. And I know 20 is going to be way too big, so I'm going to make it smaller and go down to like 3. And I'm just going to simply click my arrow where that colony is at, make a line out, and then make another line out. And that's where I can say whichever colony it is. Now, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to give them all away, but you can write your text using your pencil, and then you can name your colony. Once you name your colony, you can pick it up and you can move it to where you want it to be at. Okay? So that's something that you can do. The next thing that you have to do after you've done your title, you've done all of your 13 colonies labeled, then you're going to do the 3 regions. So let's say I wanted to make this region here blue. Now I'm not going to do all of them, but figure out how many are blue. And we know that, of course, these are going to be my southern region. And I'm going to go up here and hit my key. I'm going to choose the same color. And I'm going to click this little box right here, and you see how the check mark appears. In my custom key, I'm going to write southern, because we know that those are the southern colonies. And then in my box, I'm just going to draw what I want my key to be. So I want it to be like a rectangle that's colored in blue. That way you guys know that anything that's blue is going to be a southern colony. Oops, kind of messed up there. Okay, and I'm going to hit OK. So as you can see, my key is showing me that anything is blue is southern. And then maybe I would do anything that's red is New England. And maybe anything that's green would be the middle colonies. It's up to you. You guys decide. Once you're done, you are going to go up to where it says print. You're going to click print, and you can choose our printer and just hit OK. Once it prints, make sure you turn it in. Some key things I want to remind you of is to include a title, label all 13 colonies, color code the 3 regions, include a key, and print and make sure you turn it in. I will be walking around, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Also, have fun with it, and let's get started on our 13 colony map.